Okay.
Okay. All right, that's great.
Hello, guys.
All right, let's start this.
Okay.
All right, hello. Welcome
Hi.
to another episode of the EJB Talk Show.
Yeah.
Today I have a very special guest, bassoon extraordinaire, Rita Ren. How are you doing, Rita?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Just chilling,
Tired?
but very happy you're doing this for me today.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Yes.
Well, yeah, what did you get up to today?
Today is not a busy day for me. Like,
Okay.
I woke up really late. I woke up at like 10 and I went to the read room, grabbed some breakfast, and I basically had my chamber masterclass today. Like, today is actually the first real masterclass of my chamber. Like, they invited James Campbell.
How come just now? Real masterclass.
I don't know. Brass chamber, they like get like those like real masters coming in like, so often.
Actual guests.
Like actual guests.
So you've never had a guest in your woodwind?
Never. Today was the first time like I got to play it, and it went really well. So yeah, I'm wearing those concert all black also because I'll be doing my own recording later.
Nice.
Yeah.
But how was it playing for James Campbell?
It was surprisingly I didn't get that nervous as I expected. Like, because the piece I was playing, I played it like this is my third year playing it, so I kind of know. Like, there was a little accident though, like we forgot to bring out paper score. So,
oh no.
Yeah, so I had to borrow him my laptop, but like my laptop is kind of, and he doesn't know how to use it. So, but he's amazing. Like he knows what he's doing. We still did a lot of work with no score. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Are there like clarinets in your like chamber group that
yes.
were they like shitting themselves or something or?
Oh no! Actually, the clarinet in our group, like, he's really good. So.
Okay, so he was.
He was fine.
That's
fine.
good.
Yeah.
That's sick, dude. So, how are you enjoying your year so far? We'll start with this semester. Like, how are you enjoying second semester?
I like it so far because I've only been focusing on audition excerpts. Like, that's the only thing I'm focusing on. Like, theory skills now. Like,
how'd you compare that to like around this time last year?
Oh. Because I remember this time last year we were having like online stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it's more busy, but it's definitely more interesting. Because last year I didn't do much, to be honest. I didn't do any recording either. I just stayed home and I think I focused on my like real classes more last year, but this year I'm just like chill with it a lot more.
It's funny too because like this is the first time I'm like in school during January in like a long time.
Oh,
you know what I mean? For any of us. So like when we entered the semester, I was just incredibly like burnt out, and I'm like, what's this feeling? Like it's so unfamiliar, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely busy at the beginning, so I dropped a course actually.
Oh yeah.
I dropped my HMU 3 blah 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 course.
Oh, just to get that HMU out of the way.
Yeah. It's just I don't want to put too much on myself either. So like if I can do it later, then why not? So yeah.
How would you describe the whole year then? Like first semester, like leading into here.
Second year is definitely went a lot better than first year, I'll say, because everything's back in person.
Right.
And like everything's normal now, so like, and there's just a lot of change in my life too during like first semester because, like I used to live with my mom here. But, like, she actually left. She went back to China in November. So, like, yeah, this is kind of like a brand new experience for me. Like, I'm all by myself in Canada now.
Right.
But, yeah, it's fun. Like, I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to get to, like, talking about your musical experience. But before that, I want to ask you what your first musical memory ever is.
Oh, okay. I started piano when I was 5.
And was that like the first time like where you put in the piano?
First time ever like I had like interaction with music.
Okay.
And it's a funny reason because like my parents, they are like the most chill parents ever. Like they never forced me to my kids must like learn an instrument or anything. It's like on my 5th birthday, my grandma out of nowhere, she was like, I bought her a piano for her 5th birthday, just so she can remember me for the rest of her life.
Aww.
Like, yeah, she's really sweet, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn it. But like, I love my grandma, but I had to say, like, I hated piano. Like, sorry, like, no offense to piano. I'm just
for you. Like...
yeah, for me, it's just not it. Like, because I took piano. I was in China. Like, I was like raised in China until I was 12.
Okay.
So like, the piano teachers I've had in China, they like actually beat me if I play wrong notes.
Really?
So I had really bad experience with music.
Right.
Like, when I like first ever played an instrument, like, it was really bad. So until I was grade 11, I love my dad. My dad like was like, oh, I feel like you seem like hate piano very much. Like, right. I was like,
so you were just constantly practicing it up until you were like 16.
It's crazy if you think about it. Like, it's just a 5-year-old little child, and you just beat her hand when she plays a wrong note.
Right.
But like, my dad also hated it, but he never said any opinions because, well, until I was grade 11, he was like, oh, if you don't want to do it, just don't do it.
Right.
And then I was like, I felt supported because I thought my dad was like on my grandma's side.
Right.
I don't know. But I was like, yeah, okay, let's just end it here. And I never considered doing music ever, like, since then.
So in grade 11, so this is like grade 11, not
11 years
11 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
So like, you were just not interested in music?
No, I hated it.
So when did you like...
Yeah, the turning point was kind of after I came to Canada. I was in like grade 7, and we're asked to play in a band. Like, we had to pick an instrument. So
was this in Toronto? You live in Toronto?
No, Vancouver. This was in Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah, and like we just each got a sheet that has like different instrument like drawing on there, and like I had no sense of what like there were like other instrument other than piano and violin on this. So the girl next to me, she was like, oh, I'll pick the flute because it's elegant. So I was like, if you're doing flute, I'll do flute because I want to like do an instrument with somebody I know. So
you were playing the flute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and there was no one taught us to do it, and we just kind of figured out by watching YouTube. But it's all around. Like, we even washed our flute and like running hot water. Like, it's yeah, but that's kind of like the point when I started not hating music anymore, because
it was just fun.
I kind of just realized, oh, there are like other music other than piano,
and
it's like nobody will beat you.
No, yeah.
That's
true.
Yeah.
So you started with the flute. You were playing the flute for a while. So
for a while, yeah.
So when did you start like playing the bassoon? When did that come in?
Yeah, it's just interesting. After I went into like secondary school, like, we're playing a band, and basically I have a friend who plays flute with me. We sit together in band, and that one time he was like, oh, like, sorry, I have to, like, okay, I'll quote him. He was like, you know what, like, to me you sound like shit.
What?
Yes. Okay, he's my friend, but like, when he
Is he still your friend?
Yeah. Like,
nice.
we were like, he was like half joking because he had a flute teacher back then, but I didn't. But I was too confident, so I played too loud. That's why he was like, oh, you sound like shit, just like don't play that loud.
Right.
And so I was like, who's your teacher? I'm gonna go study with your teacher.
Okay.
That's how I started kind of like professional training.
Right, but still on the flute.
Yeah, still on the flute. Until like summer of grade 10, I was already, I will say pretty good at flute that time.
Okay.
But I was like sitting in the second row all the time because there were like 20 flutes in our band.
Right.
But I was like, no, I think I can play better than them. But like, whenever I asked them, oh, can we maybe like switch seats for this concert? Like, they were like, nah, I'm playing the solo. Yeah, so like, yeah, so I just out of nowhere, I just went to my band teacher. Like, I was a shy kid in secondary, but I just felt like something was pushing me to do it. I went to my band teacher. I was like, is there any instrument I can play that can make me sit in the first row? he's like, oh, actually, like, there's an instrument called bassoon. Like, it's...
Like, you had no bassoon players, essentially.
No, right. He's like, there's, like, right in the middle, the first row of the band. I was like, deal. And
really?
He's like, we actually have one, like, at school. So, like, I borrowed it, and they didn't have any reeds because bassoon reeds cost a lot. Like, I had... Yeah, but this all happened in one day. Like, I had this thought, like, in the morning, I went to class in the afternoon, and I took the instrument back, like, after school. Like, it's just, like, all in one day. So, like, I had no idea what this instrument is. Like, so my band teacher was like, oh, those reeds are expensive. Like, are you sure you're gonna play it? But, like, in my mind, it's all, like, I want to sit in the first row. Like, I want to sit in the first row. So I was like, yeah, like, I'll just get a reed from, like, the music store. It's fine. Right. I took it home, and that day when my mom picked me up, my mom was like, what is this?
What is it?
My mom was so confused. And, like, it's also a broken bassoon, but I didn't know it's broken.
Like a high school instrument, yeah.
I didn't know it's broken. It smelled bad, but, like, I was so happy.
When you first played the bassoon, like, were you, like, instantly, like, kind of hooked, or did it take a while?
Actually, no, like, I was definitely, like, I had flute hands.
Right, okay.
Like, and because flute, you have, like, those pads and things, like, you press the key, but bassoon is all holes. So it just feels different, but I just strongly wanted to sit in the first row.
So did you, like, work hard to make sure you were comfortable?
Okay, to be honest, no, I didn't work hard on I would just be honest here. Like, okay, this happened in, like, summer, grade 10. So I found a bassoon teacher, like, during the summer, and like, the whole summer for, like, I would say 2 months, I learned 3 notes on bassoon, like, just by, like, making a sound out of it. Like, right. I spent 3 months doing the 3 notes, and it's like enough for a grade 11 band. Like, so, like, the first music we got from grade 11 band, I was actually only playing, like, those 3 notes. Like, I was, like, holding long tones.
So you only knew how to do those notes?
Yeah, and no one noticed I couldn't play it. Well, I could, but, like, no one really know I'm bad at it. But yeah, I remember the first concert where I played bassoon. Like, after the concert, so many people came up to ask me, oh, what's that instrument? So cool. Like, oh, I felt so, like, I was like, yes, like, this is exactly what I wanted. Yeah.
So, like, you just, like, completely dropped the flute? Like, no more flute for
Oh,
you?
no, I still continue flute. Because, like, my flute teacher, like, she's really strict. Like, she pushed me, like, because she's, like, all she does is, like, do RCM. Really? So, like, I continued my RCM on flute.
In flute?
Yeah,
so where was the turning point that you were, like, comfortable to be playing the bassoon? You know? Okay,
I'll just be honest. Like, I wasn't comfortable on bassoon until second semester last year.
Really?
Yeah, like...
It's very transparent.
Yeah, like, I'll say I'm, like... Now I'm, like... 100% comfortable, I'll say.
Right.
But last year, no, like, when I first came here, there are so many good players here.
But regardless of, like other people, were you still not even that confident in yourself? Really?
No, I'm very insecure about my playing. Because even, like, last year, after I got my offer to UFT, I still felt more comfortable on flute. Because I stopped flute after I came to university.
How come you came here for bassoon instead of the flute?
Oh, because I just thought there's, like, less competition. Right. So it's, like, still, like, the same thoughts. I was like, oh, like, so many people are playing flutes. Like, I'm, like, my personality, I just always want to be special. Like, I want attention. Like,
no, I'm kind of the same. You know, I have this annoying talk show that, you know.
This is amazing.
No,
yeah.
But, no, I know what you mean. But, so, why, like, where was your mind, like, in grade 12 or grade 11 for when you wanted to, like, go to university for music?
My family is traditional. Like, and also, they're not here with me. Like, I basically is, like, deciding everything for myself. So when I was grade 11, it's kind of like you have to think about post-secondary stuff. and we're having those classes where you need to plan for like
careers
like do you have
classes.
any thoughts about
Right.
I didn't think about like doing music because I wasn't confident enough to even think about it.
Were you interested in anything else, like no other subjects?
I'll say I wasn't interested in anything, but I was pretty good at biology and stuff.
Right.
So I was like, okay, life science, like classic life science, or like business. So like, but okay, so I took IB program, like bio and chem, and it's kind of like there was midterm tests. Suddenly there was one day I felt like I need to put in so much effort on bio and chem, and I don't get any result or progress.
Right.
Like I just kind of realized, like do I have to do a thing that like I need to like spend so much time but not seeing any results on, like because that time I was like so busy, like I was doing flute level 8 RCM exam. So like it took me like I practiced like really long time, like every day. So my mom was like, okay, because you cannot get those kind of mark of like in bio and chem, so like if you're gonna do flute, then you can only choose one out of like biochem or flute.
Right, you can't apply for both or anything like
yeah
that.
she's like you have to make a choice, and I was like I didn't know what I want. And so I was, how about just keep doing it and see which one turns out better. And yeah, I almost like I barely passed my bio. Well, I barely passed my chem.
Did you feel like you had like there's a cap to like your learning for like sciences, like you couldn't go any further? And
I'm interested in the field, but
music was something that like you put time in, and you actually did see results essentially.
Yeah, because like I talk to my flute teacher every week, and she's like, I think you pick up things really fast and you make fast progress. Like she gives me so much confidence, like I never get in like bio and chem, because I felt like if I can be easily seen in music field, then like why would I just like like.
So that's why you applied for music?
I had a huge fight with my family.
Right.
Like it's a long fight too. Like I was just saying, maybe I like I didn't say I'll only apply to music. I told them I'll apply for everything, but I will apply for music.
Also,
they were like, no,
you can't do it.
No, like you can't do it.
You
like,
gotta choose.
Like musicians don't earn money. And they're like, my friend's son, they're doing like life science and business. Yeah, they're like, but like I was, I don't know, like something, it's hard to explain, but something was just pushing me, like it's like, no, like don't listen to them.
Right.
Because my dad was in China the whole time, so I was like, okay, I'll just apply by myself. Like he wouldn't know anyways. Like he can't just, because that's during COVID time. Like he couldn't come to like Canada to like no, like don't apply to music. So I was like, I'll just do it anyways. Like I cried a lot fighting with them. And at the end, I just realized, no, I'll just do everything secretly because they don't know English anyways. I get all the emails, so I just kind of stopped talking to them about university stuff, and I applied for everything. And
interesting.
To be honest, I was so not confident about bassoon because I asked my flute teacher for many opinions. She's like, yeah, I think bassoon, like you get higher chance because no one plays it, because no one in the area I lived in play it. So I was like, okay, I'll just try. Like it doesn't hurt to try, because like if I cannot get into music, I'll just do life science. It's fine. But then like right after I applied for Western, like in Toronto and McGill, like right after.
You didn't apply to UBC?
No, I don't like Vancouver that much.
Like you don't like the city, or don't like the school?
Sorry, I don't like just the whole atmosphere.
Okay, I mean you lived there, so I wouldn't.
And I don't know,
it
just rains too much.
Okay.
And I it's not like bad memory, but I just didn't have that much wonderful memory at Vancouver. So I just felt like, oh, maybe changing the environment will help me to just be a brand new person.
Right.
And I just feel like for like music and arts, like I feel like Toronto like has more opportunity. It's
Right.
like
And I
a
agree
bigger
with that,
city.
yeah.
Yeah. So and yeah.
So when you were
Yeah.
So when you were like you were studying the flute and you were kind of simultaneously playing the bassoon, like from that moment when you first picked up the flute and enjoyed music, did that just kind of keep growing? You just kind of grew to love it, and that's why like you want to.
Yeah.
Like, did you love music when you want to apply and then?
I do love it.
Right.
That's also a huge reason because like my high school is like really good at music program. They have really good music program. Like we had a lot of concert. I just felt like whenever I'm sitting on stage playing myself, I just feel so good. Like it's just such a wonderful feeling.
Right.
Like even though I'm not good at my instrument, but I just love doing the stuff. And it's also like grade 11 was the COVID year when COVID started, and we just didn't have any concerts anymore. And I just kind of started realizing, oh, like we don't have concert anymore. Doesn't mean like, because by the time COVID was over, I'll be already graduating. So it doesn't mean I don't get to play on stage anymore. So I was like questioning myself. I was like, is it really gonna be an end for me? Like I was like, no, I think I want to do it like for the rest of the next few years of my life at least. So yeah, the thought just kind of grow.
Did your high school have like orchestra, or was it mostly like wind bands?
No, it's
concert band, wind
well,
band
the
stuff?
best was actually jazz band, but like I was in a wind ensemble.
Jazz, but did you play in? You didn't play in jazz band, did you?
I did. I played alto sax, but
really,
that's another story. Like I never put any effort on saxophone, I would say.
But it was just some casual instrument you learned.
Yeah, I just wanna just
Interesting.
play music, like any type of music. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. Also because jazz band, they have less people,
Yeah.
so it's like, oh, you can look even more special if you're in jazz band.
I played in jazz band too, and it was like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
I played drums, right?
Yeah,
so it was,
yeah.
like, super sick.
Yeah, because like when we do a concert, there was like when you switch between bands, like, oh, after one ensemble, jazz bands are playing like on this side, and I would just like put down my bassoon and like grab my saxophone, like change my instrument and like what to the other side. I just felt, oh, I'm so special. Like people are like, oh, you know how to play two instruments. Yeah.
So like you played wind band in high school. You played like alto sax and jazz. Does that mean like your first orchestral experience was like here, or did you have an experience like that before?
No, before, yeah. I lived in Surrey, and there was like a Surrey Youth Orchestra.
I see.
It's a community. I actually, the first year I tried it when I was in grade 10, I tried it on my flute. I was confident on my flute, but I didn't get it.
Okay.
So the second year, I had my flute and bassoon. Oh, that's where I only knew how to play 3 notes. I walked in. I thought I would get into it like on flute, but they seemed really interested in bassoon, so they were like, oh, can you just play an F major scale for me? I was standing there, I said, sorry, I don't know how to play an F major scale. I was like, I don't know how to play an F major scale. I thought they were like, okay, you should go now, like, thanks. But they were like, but do you have a private teacher? I said, yes, I can find one. They were like, you're in.
Really?
Like that's the point where I realized, oh, like bassoon is just so much easier
like
than flute.
And
like,
they just like need bassoons.
even though I don't know how to play F major scale,
they want you
on bassoon. Like I was playing like crazy stuff on flute, and they just don't want me. Like I was like, oh, sorry, I don't know how to play a scale. They were, oh, that's wonderful. Like if you get a teacher, like we'll just have you.
Right.
And they sent me the email like that night. They were like so urgently wants a bassoon. Like, that's my first orchestral experience. But like they were playing Beethoven the first thing.
Nice. That must be
obviously those 3 notes weren't enough for Beethoven.
Right.
I struggled a lot. Yeah, but I kind of faked. I would say I faked 60% of the orchestral experience, like, cause the actual orchestral experience started here.
And how have you described like playing with UTSO this year?
Oh my god! Like starting with UTSO was so scary.
Oh
like,
man.
In September, like I was like the first rehearsal. I was so excited, but it's also after 2 months of not doing any music, because I didn't do any summer programs or festival. I just kind of grinded on my excerpts, and like it's like first time playing with full orchestra after like so many years, because like last year we didn't have full orchestra.
Right.
So I did so bad. Like I just felt like I couldn't play my instrument anymore with like strings and so many people, and I just got roasted like too many times. Like I couldn't even count. Like I remember like in September, every rehearsal I get roasted like at least once, like at least. And like there was like after like getting roasted for so many times, there was one time I almost cried. But it's just so scary. But I just had too many problems. But whenever he points out a problem, I solve it, and I have one less problem.
Yeah, it's a learning experience.
Yeah, right? And it's kind of like the problem were just like gone, like eventually. But it was definitely like scary experience, because I also felt insecure, because I feel like, oh, I'm not good enough for orchestra. Like this could be somebody else's chance, like to play in orchestra. But my teacher was so supportive. My teacher was like, nah, like it's just like you didn't have any actual orchestral experience.
Yeah, it's true.
Like there's like you need time to
It doesn't just happen like that, right?
Like,
so
it kind of clicked.
That's good.
Yeah, it kind of clicked. There was just one day I walked in and I didn't make any mistake in the first half, and then I just kind of started to feel confident about myself, and everything was, because I would say a lot of mistakes I made was out of nerve.
Right.
So I think like the biggest thing I got from like so far from this year was just be confident.
Nice.
Like be confident and play a raw note. Like no one will notice.
Right.
Like even though like if people notice it, like you play it so confidently. Like, yeah, like
the
sorry.
moment passes.
Yeah, sorry, I just played a raw note. It's fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna start wrapping this up.
Yeah.
But I do want to ask what.
Oh my god.
No, that's okay. It's fine. No, don't. No, I really enjoyed. If I thought it was getting too long, I would have said so. But I don't think so. It's all. There's no filler. I really enjoyed what you've been saying.
Thanks.
But I do want to say, like, what are your personal musical goals for the end of this year?
End of this year? That's a very good question. Because, well, today I'm recording my NYO stuff. This is my first time applying to summer camps and stuff. And also first time using an actual external microphone to record something. I don't even know how to do it. I'll figure it out later. But I don't expect to get into any of it. I just want to give it a go. Right. But at the end of this year, I would say I want all of my like any possible audition excerpt to be ready. Nice. Because now some of it is just like partially ready. But yeah, at the end of this year, I would say, because I want to do actual auditions starting next year, like in my third year.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Well, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Right.
You too.
Yes, thank you, dude. So this is the end of this episode of the EJB Talk Show with Rita. Yeah. Check out Rita's Instagram down below, and her, I guess I'll link her dance account if you want. She has. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you know what? Rita's awesome. Check her out down below. Check her out on UTSO, and thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching.